Good morning, third graders. I welcome you to today's English lesson. The learning objective of today's lesson is to read vocabulary words from your first lesson, A Fine, Fine School. And we're going to find out the meanings of these vocabulary words by using context clues. So, once we're done with that, we're going to discuss the genre and we're going to figure out what the focus skill and strategies are as you will read the lesson in the upcoming few days. All right, before we go ahead, please do not forget to pause this video for better understanding. Let's get started. I'm going to share this focus wall with you and the attachments along with today's post. You can go through it. It basically tells you the anchor text and the paired selection and lots of other things that you're going to cover up as you read this lesson. So you can go through it yourself. All right, let's start with the vocabulary in context. There you go. So I'm going to read out these words for you and we are going to look at the meanings as well. Okay, and we're gonna read a few sentences here and you can read the rest of them yourself. Okay, so let's get started with the first one here. Principal. A principal who gets to know the students will be a better leader. So here the word principal simply means a chief or head, particularly of a school. Next word, sword. Colorful kites soared high in the sky at the school's cultural fair. So the word soared here means fly, rise high in the sky. 3, strolled. Students and their families strolled for miles to raise money for charity. Strolled simply means to walk slowly. 4th word, worried. This boy is worried. He's afraid rain will ruin the class field trip. Worried means to be anxious or troubled by something. Now, before we go any further, I want you to note that there is a picture and the text itself gives you a clue as to what these words might mean. So always pay attention to these clues as you're trying to figure out meanings of words. All right. This word right here is the word proud. These young actors feel proud of their terrific performance in a school play. So the word proud here means, to give yourself high regard or, self-respect and have great self-respect for something like an achievement or some qualities, something like that. So the word proud. Next, announced. Look at the picture. There's a boy. Seems like he's on stage. He's in public. Let's read the sentence. Each day, a different student announced school news over a loudspeaker. Now, we do that as well. We used to when we used to have our morning assemblies, right? So the word announced means to give information or make a formal public on-stage statement, or to stand and speak in front of people or give some information. So that's what the word announced means. Next is the word fine. Look at the picture and then let's read. The sun shines and the air is clear. It is a fine day for a schoolyard sale. Here, the word fine would mean high quality or something that's very good. So it's a great day or a fine day. It's an awesome day, a brilliant day. Fine. This is the meaning of the word fine in this sentence. And sometimes I say, are you okay? And you would reply me, yes, I'm fine. That means I'm okay. I'm good. I'm great. Next, certainly. That's the last word right here. Certainly. We certainly should turn off lights when not using them. This surely saves energy. So the word certainly here means definitely, surely, absolutely. All right, you can pause the video, you can read through these, and I will make sure that I attach these vocabulary words onto your post today so you can always have a look. All right. Next, read and comprehend. Now, here we're going to look at the target skill, which is story structure. Now, basically, story structure is everything from settings, characters, to the beginning, middle, and ending of a story or a lesson. And I want you to know that setting is the location where a story takes place. Characters are the characters, people that are animals or whatever, maybe mythical animals or um, pet animals, people that are present in the story that take place. And then we've got the plot. Now, your plot here is basically the beginning, the middle, and the ending. So beginning, it could be a problem or it could be something that comes up. And then middle is the events that lead to the end of a story. And the end of a story is basically the resolution, how a story ends. Now, all these right here constitute your story structure. So when you're reading a story, you should be able to identify the setting, characters, and the plot. All right, now let's look at summarizing. Now the target strategy is going to be summarizing. Summarizing is basically retelling, and I think you do recall from your previous lessons where I spoke about this 5-finger strategy. Just remember that retelling basically helps you to remind you of the important parts of a story, okay? So we're going to practice this as we read the lesson. All right, let's look at the topic of this lesson. It's education. And here you can see that this is the information that they're giving you. Before you start reading, always preview the topic. Please pause this video and read it. And when you're done, we're going to talk about this. And what you're going to do for me is that you're going to share your ideas and discussions, okay? So think about what makes your school a fine school. Sketch your ideas and share your ideas with your classmates. So you basically can discuss, leave your comments in the discussion, all right? All right, let's look at the genre of this lesson. The genre of this lesson is humorous fiction. Humorous fiction has characters and events that are funny. As you read, look for mostly realistic characters and events, a setting that is familiar to most readers, and a funny situation or events. And here is the information about the author, Sharon Creech, and the illustrator, Harry Bliss. Again, you can pause and read this, okay? So genre, the author, that is the writer of the story, and the illustrator, or the person who drew or painted these pictures that you're going to see in this lesson. All right, so what's your assignment for today? I want you to answer some questions that are going to be related to the vocab words that we covered in this lesson. And you can always go back, come back to this recording, listen to these to this lesson, read through the vocabulary words, and I'm going to post it in the quiz section on the e-learning portal today. Okay, it's going to be your classwork, but I'm going to post it in the quiz section to see how we do. So these were your vocabulary in context words. I'm sure you guys are going to do great. Please do not forget to leave a feedback, a comment, any suggestion, any questions you've got. Best of luck, grade 3.